Hey guys, Regular Street, I'm here with a video for you guys, and I'm here to talk about why Mortal Kombat is better than Street Fighter. Now, before I get into that, let me talk about, I did my reaction to Joker vs. Sweet Tooth, but unfortunately, when I was trying to upload it, it said that I didn't have enough space on my phone, and I accidentally deleted it. So I feel like it was kind of pointless to do it again because I would have to fake my reaction. I didn't want to do that. I've actually done that before, like twice, I think. But I didn't want to have to do that again because I feel like it was going to be kind of weird, so that's why I couldn't, but anyways, that's not the point. The point is I'm here to talk about why MK is better than Street Fighter. Now, the first reason is the characters. Now, if you look at Mortal Kombat, I'll admit, the Mortal Kombat does have some goofy characters like Boraicho, Dramen, Meat. But if you look at Street Fighter, they have more horrible characters than Mortal Kombat does. First of all, you got Birdie, which is like, it's just a fat guy with a chain, and his name too, Birdie. Like, who came up with that character? And then you got and then you got that one guy who pours oil on himself. Like, really? I don't know what his name is. And then you got that one. What's the other character? Oh, and then. This is another reason, the names. You got the characters and the names. Those are two reasons. Because if you look at Street Fighter Third Strike, do you remember who the boss battle for that game was? It was Gil. Oh yeah, it's like, damn, we're gonna make this character who has, like, his body is red and blue. He has fire and ice. Alright, it sounds interesting. What's his name gonna be? Well, we're just gonna name him Gil. Oh yeah, that's... And you remember the boss too from Street Fighter 4? You look at, he looked cool from the image. But then when you look at, he looks weird. It's like a blue body with that yin-yang in his stomach. But what's his name gonna be? Seth. You see, like, Birdie, Gil, and Seth. You know, and the oil dude. You know, so those are two reasons. And then the third reason is the new characters. If you look at Street Fighter 4, they had Rufus, who sucks. You had C. Viper, who sucked. You had Abel. Abel I actually looked at and thought, okay, he looks like a cool character, but nope, they dropped the ball with him. And you got El Fuerte, which I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, he's a Mexican wrestler. He looks kind of cool. But then when I found out he was a chef, I was like, okay, but he's still a wrestler, so let's see his moveset. But nope. El Fuerte, they dropped the ball with him big time. I mean, the only character who was decent was Gouken, but that was it. And if you look at Mortal Kombat 9, their only new character was Scarlet, and she was better than all of them combined. And she's a girl, too. Like, I'm dead serious. You know, and then also, is there any other reason? No, I think that's pretty much it, actually. And it's hard to get the combos, too. Like, and this is an issue with a lot of fighting games, but if you look at Mortal Kombat, it's always easy to get the moves right. But then in Street Fighter, it's always hard. You go to the move list, and it's like a bunch of weird buttons. Like, what does this mean? Like, you know, that always confused me. And I'm so sick, too, of, like, people are still debating on Scorpion versus Ryu. Like, the main reason why he won is because he's already dead. You know, and I get it too. Like, I mean, if it was like Goku versus Superman, people debating on that, I probably understand. But this is not even that hard to understand, I don't think. And then I saw people debating too on Shao Kahn versus Bison on Death Battle, which at one point I did look at it like, okay, it did seem like Bison would have won. But if you look at the facts, I mean, Shao Kahn devours souls, and Bison is using his soul as power. You know, and especially when it came to Final Bison, that pretty much was his, like, you know. So I mean, it's not whether, I don't think that was whether or not Bison would win. I think it was just whether or not Street Fighter would win, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm just so sick of, like, this whole debate of Scorpion versus Ryu. I mean, if Ryu would have won, that would have been a travesty. Like, I mean, people were arguing back and forth in the comment section, like, you know, stuff like that. And again, I'll admit too, Mortal Kombat has some dumb stuff. Like, not just the characters, but I remember they had some, like, wacky fatalities. They have some, you know, oh yeah, Rain. I don't like Rain either. He sucks. I don't like Blaze. I think Blaze sucks. So I'll admit when they have some dumb stuff too. But if you look at Street Fighter, they have so many more things that just make it's been underwhelming. And again, oh yeah, that's another reason. The amount of video games per part, if you know what I mean. Like for example, they got Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and then Ultra Street Fighter 4. That's 4 parts to part 4. And then they had like Turbo Street Fighter 2, Hyper Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 new fighters and new heroes or whatever. It's like it's so much. That's why I don't want to purchase Street Fighter 5, because I'm afraid that I'm gonna purchase that, and then by next year they're gonna have another part of Street Fighter 5. You know, and I think they will, because if you look at the roster, there's only 18 characters. I don't have the game, but I saw the roster. It's only 18 people. And again, and Dan Hibiki, you know, and just like, come on, it's like the names are just so terrible. It's like, do they even try to come up with some cool names for their characters? You know, and again, they just have so many that are just underwhelming, and they just have like a lot of things that made me lost interest in the series. It really has. I mean, I'll even say Tekken's better than Street Fighter, literally. Like I think for me, it's Mortal Kombat, Tekken, then Street Fighter. You know, but it's like, again, I'm just so sick of like, and again, and no offense to Street Fighter fans, but I kind of hate too how like Street Fighter fans won't even admit that. Now, I some of them have actually, but some of them won't admit that they have some bad characters, or maybe the names, or maybe like how they make so many games, or maybe other reasons like that. You know, but again, I'll admit when Mortal Kombat has some sucky things, but it's just, if you look at Street Fighter, it just has more horrible things to it. You know, that's why I've lost interest. I've lost a lot of interest in the series. I didn't even bother purchasing Ultra Street Fighter 4 or the Arcade Edition. I only got Super Street Fighter 4, and then I left it at that. But I got both versions of Mortal Kombat X. So I don't know if that really counts as reasons, but yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Just my little thoughts on why I think Mortal Kombat is better than Street Fighter. I might do a part 2 to this if there's more reasons why, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, I guess that's gonna pretty much wrap this up. So until then, Reckless Rich signing out.